Hey folks, this is Mr. Michelson. As you can see, I'm not here today. We are on days 7 and 8 of our Book Thief unit. Just a reminder that our essential questions for the unit are right here. What qualities enable a person to overcome tragedy? If we know something is wrong, what is our responsibility to stop it? What's the value of human life? And here, value means the worth of a life, not necessarily the purpose of a life. What sacrifices do people make to ensure their own or someone else's survival? And what can death teach a person about life? I hope by now you've chosen your question for your own essential question project. I can certainly answer questions about the project later when I'm here. If you have questions that are urgent, please email me and I can try to get back to you today. But hopefully you're working towards some of that essential question work and looking at that project as sort of an end piece to this whole unit. We'll get some practice with that today, and again, you'll have more opportunities for questions on it and things later on. But just wanted to start with our essential questions like we usually do. Our homework, I just want to remind you of this before I forget, is next class you need to bring some items that are left behind in classrooms, in the hallway, things that you find on the floor. Obviously use common sense and don't get anything gross or things that will harm you or anything. But we want to see what people leave behind. You'll see the connection to this in the book if you read on through some of the chapters we're looking for you to read for these next 2 class periods. But we'll do some writing around this next time. So bring 2 to 3 abandoned items to class next time and, try to find something interesting, something maybe more than just a pencil. Be on the lookout and we'll bring those next time. Our learning targets for these next couple days, today and next class, are to identify different types of figurative language used by the author. Last time I looked at a lot of people's notes, and I have to tell you I was a little disappointed in what I saw in people's notes. A lot of people weren't doing those 5 categories of things that I asked you to focus on. One of those things, beyond just color and questions and characterization and the plot and foreshadowing, was figurative language. So hopefully you're looking at figurative language, you're noting some examples of figurative language that pop out to you as you read that maybe are interesting to you, that maybe have to do even with your essential question. Let's focus ourselves on figurative language for these next couple days at least, and for hopefully the rest of the book as well. Hopefully we can also use figurative language in our writing, and I'll show you exactly what that's all about in just a little bit. Today, if you haven't grabbed your writer's notebook, you can do that in just a minute. We're going to give you a chance to write from death's perspective. This is sort of previewing some other parts that you'll read for the Book Thief in these next couple days. Pages 307, 336, 349 are some entries from our narrator that are called Death's Diary. So I want you to, in a diary entry, write from Death's perspective about a recent event. And let's just say as recently as your lifetime. So it could be anything that occurred within your lifetime that you think Death might include in his diary. Do your best here to mimic Death's voice and use of figurative language. Again, you can check out those page numbers and kind of mimic them. So try to make sure that your writing looks and sounds like our narrator. And then also, you may want to consider addressing your essential question through this piece of writing. This could be something that might appear in a final draft form in your essential question project. So let's give you the next 7 minutes to write, after which you'll have some time to just share what you've written. And if you don't finish, it's okay. I just want to get into this, I think, pretty cool writing assignment. And I'll be back talking to you in just a little bit.